Gentlemen and female gentlemen, we have approached a nucleus of internet brain rot. The time is now. Donald Trump, former president of the United States, currently running for president of the United States, is sitting with Adin Ross, complete dumb fucking extraordinaire. This is everything right and wrong with the world simultaneously. Males and females, ladies and male ladies. Let me show you why I love this video. So this is Adin Ross. This is my favorite video of Adin Ross of all time. I'm gonna show this to you before we get into this whole discussion and talk about exactly why this is just funny as fuck. So this is my favorite Adin Ross clip of all time. This is where Adin Ross finds out what the word fascist means.
What does a fascist mean? It means you are a far right authorization ultranationalist. Oh my God, ultra-analyst.
Ultra-nationalist. He read ultra-nationalist as ultra-analyst, baby. Oh my God, I love him so much. I love him so much.
Analyst, political ideology movement characterized by dictator leadership, centralized autocracy, militarism, forcible suppression of opposition. So I don't know what that means, bro. I swear to God. I don't know what the fuck a fascism is. I don't know what the fuck that is.
I don't know what a fascism is. God.
Benito Mussolini.
Mussolini. Oh my God, he read Mussolini as Mussolini.
And Giviante Genital. And Jason Stanley. Like, who the fuck are these people, bro? Never heard of my fucking life. What is an example of a fascist?
The Nazi Party, led by Adolf Hitler. Doom, vine boom sound effect.
Yo!
So this is the guy that's interviewing the former and probably next president of the United States, okay? This is the guy that's doing the interview. Yo, that's crazy. So the reason why I really want to do this is to show you that we have achieved something incomprehensibly cool in the universe. The fact that this guy, 20-year-old scholar, Adin Ross, interviewed Donald Trump in front of 500,000 live viewers is insane. Because you do know this is how votes end up moving out into the people. This is gonna be the exposure for so many people to make them vote for Trump because of a stream like this with this guy who doesn't know what a fascism is. That's awesome. Dude, this is awesome. This is the world we're in right now. Kamala Harris is gonna need to do TikTok dances now to stop this. Oh my God. Anyway, let's see what this interview's all about. I heard it was peak internet brain rot. My guess is it's just gonna be, I haven't seen it, but my guess is they're just gonna be two people blowing steam up each other's asses for an hour.
What's going on here? What's going on?
Well, today is gonna be
Donald Trump doesn't even know what a stream is, bro.
The most important stream I've ever done, first of all.
Wow.
And I want to say thank you for doing this, seriously.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Get some good ratings today.
We're gonna get some good ratings.
They got good ratings. They got good ratings. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. To show you a quote I have to show you this quote before we get started. I'm sorry. This is gonna be incredibly dramatic. But this is one of my favorite videos on the internet. It's very important for you to see this.
Because democracy basically means...
Right. What does it mean? Yeah.
Government
Right, okay. So far I'm with you. Yes.
by the people,
Yes, okay.
of the people,
Alright. I'm with you.
for the people.
Yes. Dude, he's careful with his words.
But the people are retarded.
We just fucking destroyed democracy in 30 seconds. God, like this is how you promote a president.
Everyone thought this was gonna be fake today, but we proved them wrong. So.
Damn.
You're right in the living room of Mar-a-Lago, which I don't allow this to be ever done. So you're the first, just about.
Dude, it literally is blowing steam up each other's asses. That's amazing. You're the first person that I've ever let do this, so that's pretty cool. And he's like, oh, this is the most impressive stream I've ever done, so that's pretty cool. Also, what does a fascism mean?
Thank you.
And we'll have a little fun today.
Let's
And
do
my
it.
son Baron says hello.
Oh,
He's
hell
a
yeah.
great young guy, but he's a big fan of yours.
What's up, Baron? Yeah, Baron's awesome. He's a great kid. Amazing. He's tall. Very tall.
He's tall.
Yeah, hell
good
yeah.
student.
Yeah, he's very smart. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I do want to first off, say this. Everyone in the chat, everyone in this room, everyone loves you. And
Everyone loves you. Says to the most divisive person maybe on the planet. Okay, listen.
just want to say you're a true hero for this country, and I really appreciate you. And yeah, I'm really thrilled we can do this today.
Yes.
I'm so happy now that I'm doing it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. So I was trying to think what the correct position I should be in when I suck your penis.
Do you know what live streaming is on these platforms?
More or less,
Yeah.
Do you know what live streaming is? This is amazing. We're watching the president candidate. The president candidate. Talk to a guy who doesn't know what a fascism is. Like, oh my god. And you know what? This is actually genius marketing on Trump's part. Like, this was so smart of him.
It's the new wave.
It's the new wave. I'm gonna explain it to you, right? So I'm gonna show you this chat right now. Let me show you this. So this is the live chat. So you already broke the website in 5 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
you broke it. The chat wasn't working, but we ended up fixing it. It's just very slow.
Nice.
Everyone in the chat say hello. You guys can put hi in the
This is my colleague, for all of you that are not aware. I stream on Kick now. They pay me, which is why I'm here. And Adin Ross is my big brother, basically. He's my big brother. We're even both Jewish, so we probably control the world or something, according to Twitter.
chat. And W's mean it's good. W means win. Yeah.
W means good. Trump is gonna start saying W.
Yep. So they're putting W's and stuff.
I'm not gonna lie. This is pretty freaking wholesome. Like, I ain't gonna lie. This is like the random kid showing like the grandpa about this. Like this doesn't feel like politics at all.
Right. So yeah, everyone's just super thrilled.
You're gonna have big ratings today. I can see it.
Yeah, I want to break 1 million. I think we could do it.
Oh, good. Oh, you'd do much more.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
I mean,
excited. I'm thrilled. Elon actually already he commented on the X post that I went live already.
Well, Elon is a great guy.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
Fantastic person. Little imagination he's got, doesn't he?
Yeah.
This is oddly wholesome. Dude, they couldn't fix Trump's audio? Holy shit.
Pockets and tunnels and
Yeah.
everything.
I have the biggest W's. The W's are huge. I see all these W's. The immigrants hate my W's. But I get such big W's. I get to build a wall with all these W's.
He's a fantastic guy.
He's great. So let's get started today. Let's have some fun.
Let's go.
We'll
This
touch
is
base on
just
some
boys vibing. This doesn't feel like an interview at all. This is just two guys. It's like me showing my grandpa Elden Ring or some shit.
topics, and then we'll do some fun stuff.
Can't
Cool?
spell
Let's have a
wall
good time.
without W's.
All right, well, the first thing is, the reason why, I really wanted to make this stream happen is because there's a lot of people that are first-time voters watching today. And I want to make it very clear to everybody that you're a human being, you're a great human being. I want you to basically
know?
talk in this camera, talk to them and explain why it's very important as a first-time voter to go out and vote and why they should vote for you.
Dude, this is crazy. This is crazy. Because in the era of politicians, there was never this direct line of contact with the youth, I feel like. I feel like this is literally a first time in history that a politician is collabing with... He's a 20-year-old guy that doesn't know what a fascism is, With, like, this weird little group in the back. Like, god damn!
I'd love to do that, and I love having a young audience. This is young. I think you have some oldsters, too, because I also know some oldsters that are listening and watching. But it's about the American dream. Right now, you don't have the American dream. We have a country that's not respected, a country that's being laughed at, a country that just a little while ago we're having a stock market explosion in a negative way as opposed to a positive way.
A negative explosion. I just love the way he talks. It's hilarious.
And that's been happening for quite a while. It's been simmering and really happening for quite a while. And we're going to make this country so strong and so great. And when you're ready for your job, you're going to get a great job, so you can make the kind of money this guy's making, maybe even more if that's possible. Right?
Yeah, everyone's gonna make more money than Adin Ross. Sure. The guy that... No, you're not.
Like you, boss.
But you'll love your life and you'll be successful. And at a young age, it's really wonderful to think about the American dream. And with Kamala and Joe, I took him out. He was we had a debate.
I took him out. He's dead, incapacitated. I talked to him. He just offed himself. It was over. I took out Joe. I took out the first one. They have a pinch hitter now. Let's find another way to... I love the idea that Adin Ross... Because also, Adin Ross fucking... you know how many scams he's promoted? He's promoted crypto scam after crypto scam. You all could be rich just like Adin, just like this young boy over here. You can all be like him. All you need to do is figure out a good way to scam children. Oh my god.
Debate. and the debate didn't go so well for him. And they sort of, what they did, it was really a coup of somebody. He had 14 million votes, he had it, and all of a sudden they went to him and they said, we don't want you running anymore. And it's sort of like a prize fight from my standpoint.
Dude, he's not even wrong. Not gonna lie, he's not even wrong. He wins a debate and then they switch candidates. Like, holy shit. That's pretty fucked up, not gonna lie.
You're focused on this one man,
right,
and all of a sudden you're fighting somebody else, but she's actually worse than he is. And you're starting to see that. I think people are going to see that it's going to be very evident.
He shit talks so much. It's crazy.
So go out. We want the American dream. We're going to give you the American dream, and you're going to be real happy. Thank you.
I have another question. And again, Mr. President, I'm not really fully...
Another question? You didn't even ask... You didn't ask any question yet.
Politics, but, I'm getting there. And I do want to make this very clear as well, now it's on my mind. Back when I was I went to high school in California, okay? Right. And... a lot of the teachers were basically at the time, this is your first term, they were telling me how horrible a person you are and all these things. And the teachers, you're not supposed to do that. It's inappropriate to have teachers, discuss politics in school. But it's becoming
Sure. I've never heard teachers discussing politics.
really normal for a lot of teachers.
Dude, my favorite thing that we did once, dude, I was in high school. There was a Canadian election. I was in high school, and our history teacher, he wanted to give us like an exercise, and this exercise was like we would all write who we were planning on voting for. Like this is how he would teach us about the voting process in Canada, and he told all of us to write down who we would vote for, like how we fill out the ballot or whatever. We put all our votes in a box, and he also put his vote in the box, whatever. So as a meme. So what one of us did was we stole the box of votes. We opened it up. We looked at every vote to see who he voted for. Like there, the votes were pretty much split. We got some liberal votes. There were some conservative votes. There was one vote for the Bloc Québécois, the ones that wanted Quebec to leave Canada and become its own sovereign country. And we took a tally to see who voted for that. And none of us did. It was the teacher. So we roasted him so hard. We went crazy. Anyway, that was a funny story. So anyway.
And you're a kid. When you're a kid, your brain is like a sponge.
Sure, that's true.
So I want to know what your thoughts on that. Kind of the corruption.
Dude, he's literally asking him, what do you think about the woke media? That's amazing. What do you think he's gonna say, bro?
School system in a way. They're teaching some pretty bad stuff in there.
It's been brainwashed to a certain extent. Even the teachers have been brainwashed. They've learned from a long time. This is long before me. This liberal way, or now they call it progressive. They don't like the term liberal. You're not allowed to use that anymore, so I usually use it. But
wow, what? You can't use liberal anymore. Wow.
This liberal way that they have, and it's a bad thing for the country. We want to have borders, we want to have low taxes, we want to have great schools, really, great schools so you can go and learn. And
we want people to live longer lives. We want to end corruption. We want to cure cancer.
Be successful and have a wonderful life and all of that, but we want to have a good military so we can protect ourselves.
Of course.
From some bad players. You get some bad players out there. And it's interesting, during my 4 years we had no war. We had nothing. Everybody was afraid we were going to have wars. And just
no wars. I was too strong. They were afraid of me.
Opposite.
No
North Korea. I remember Barack Obama was telling me, the biggest problem we have is North Korea. I didn't have a problem with North Korea.
No.
Big nuclear presence. I didn't have a problem.
My penis was so much bigger than Kim Jong-un's penis. It was so large. It was girthy.
The only war we had was already started long ago, and that was ISIS, and I defeated them in a very short amount of time.
I remember.
Very quickly.
Record time, speed ran that shit. I used any percent speed run, ISIS killing.
And we had no wars.
I love the way he talks so much. Like, love him or hate him, bro is so fucking funny. Holy shit.
The Trump administration, and that's a great thing. That's a really great thing. It was, I think, 82 years since that's happened. And we won't have wars again, but we could have a war before we even get there. That's the problem. We have a number of months. We have 4 months, and the election's starting very soon, and I guess 5 months before you actually get in. And a lot of damage can be done in 5 months by incompetent people. We have very incompetent people right now. And I'm not saying that out of happiness. I'm saying that out of sadness because our country's in trouble.
I wish you guys would be more competent. I wouldn't have to do this. But since you guys are so useless, I have no choice but to become the president of the United States.
Tremendous danger, not only of stock market crashes or depressions or whatever it may be. It's a tremendous military danger. We have Israel's blowing up. The Middle East is blowing up. Russia's going wild.
Blowing up in the good way or the bad way. You've established this before.
With Ukraine. And things are out of control, and we have nobody that knows how to talk. We have nobody.
But if Trump would be president, I mean, to be honest, I feel like when Trump was president, like, he was such a psycho, people would be terrified to start a war. Like, I don't think he's in that wrong. Like, if I was Putin, I would not want to start a war with Trump as president. Like, just to be real here. Be honest.
I was watching when Russia was thinking about going in, and they never would have done it with me. They didn't.
I can fix everything. Every politician ever.
But they never. After I got in, they started loading up the border. I thought he was doing it for negotiation purposes, and Biden said all of the wrong things, everything wrong, and ultimately they attacked. And they wouldn't have done that if I were president.
No.
We got to get back in and get it straightened out. We'll get that one worked out.
100%.
A lot of people dying.
Yeah, it's a lot of innocent lives being lost. You had mentioned the stock market crashing. I don't know if you obviously, I saw the post you made on your app Truth. When I just
He follows Trump on Truth Social. That's amazing. Who does that? There are people that are actually on his Truth app. That's incredible.
saw yesterday and the day before, I'm in crypto and I'm in stocks myself.
Right.
And
I'm in crypto. Oh, dude took a big L.
I couldn't believe what's going on. You have Japan, you have everybody just falling. And I want to
Yeah, the market went down.
ask you,
It literally happens all the time.
how do we basically get it back up and flowing and back up and running? And, and what's causing this?
Well, right now,
Did he just ask him, how do we save the stock market?
you have no confidence. You have somebody that now is taking over from Biden because he just wants to stay in bed all day, can't get up. He wants to stay in bed.
Wants to stay in bed. Oh my God.
It was a fraud. They tried to tell people he was competent
God.
in what he was doing. And in the debate, he was adjudged to be not so good.
Yeah.
But you can go back 4 years, too. He campaigned from his basement. He didn't campaign. I said, where is this guy doing COVID?
Dude, Donald Trump found the best interviewer of all time. Adin Ross will interview every Republican candidate for the rest of his career. I'm not even lying. You know this.
They used COVID as an excuse not to let him talk.
Yeah.
The whole thing was a fraud, and everybody knew it, and they knew it strongly.
Like, he will never get any pushback at all. This is two people blowing smoke up each other's ass and not even hiding it. This is awesome. And by awesome, I mean, I just love watching this world. Reality is truly weirder than fiction.
And we're going to get it going again. We have to get it going again.
Are these people in the back even real people?
They put us in a very bad position. The worst thing is we have probably, I think, 20 million people came into our country with open borders. And
I feel like every single time he's asked a question, he somehow brings it to illegal immigration. That's like his favorite thing. It's pretty awesome.
many come from prisons. And you can be a liberal and your people can be, but coming from some of the meanest prisons all over the world, not just South America, from all over the world, from the Congo and Africa, they come from all over the world, they're coming. And they're releasing their prisoners into the United States. Now, you can be a liberal guy, you can be progressive as anybody in the world, and you can't think that's a positive thing. No. They're coming out of mental institutions. They're pouring into the United States, and they're hurting and damaging our country, and they're killing our people. And the crime rate with
Adin agrees.
What you're talking about and what we're talking about, we call it migrant crime. It's a new form of crime, and it's a very violent crime. And it's going to take off.
Dude, this is I'm sorry. This was a president of the United States that's running for the next presidency. Like, collabing with Adin Ross. Adin Ross. The crypto guy. Damn.
On proportions, the likes of which this country has never seen before. And remember, these people are just getting accustomed. These are people coming out of mental institutions, prisons and jails, and many terrorists. We're having record numbers.
Every time we have a cannibal, they just send it to America. All the cannibals are now in America. All the cannibals. So many cannibals.
Of terrorists coming in. So I'm talking, I assume, mostly to a young audience, but a young audience, no matter where they're coming from, they can't be happy about this.
No, they can't. Jobs are being taken, a lot of crime. So what President Trump, what do we do to fix that issue?
Zero anything. He just, I completely agree. You're more right than you even think, President Trump. Proceeds to the next question. God damn, this is awesome. Oh, I'm loving this so much. Just, guys, you have two options when it comes to modern politics. You can either cry or you can laugh. Laugh at the spectacle because tears will get you nowhere.
What if I happen to be born in another country and I want to come the right way? How would that work?
Well, that's what we want. We want people to come in.
He literally just teed him up. This is awesome. This is incredible.
But they have to come in through a system, through a legal system. And one of the things that's unfair is we have hundreds of thousands of people that have applied to come in, and this administration doesn't talk to them.
Right.
But if they walk through the southern border, they have no problem getting in. I don't even know why they're doing this, but some people are waiting 10 years to come in, and they've studied, They learned all about the United States, about our Constitution, about everything, and
Right.
they're not being let in, and we're allowing people to come in from really rough places, really bad places, and they come in through caravans, and these caravans have 10, 20, 30,000 people, and they're pouring through Mexico.
That's crazy.
And Mexico was great when I was there. They were helping us. I had stay in Mexico. You can imagine what that is. That means
The Mexicans, they all love me. They love me. President Trump was the most beloved man by the Mexican people of all time, probably. They loved me. They had so much respect. They didn't even send us any criminals. They only sent us doctors. I love it so much. I am loving this. Guys, you don't understand how much I'm enjoying this right now. As a non-politics enjoyer, this is fucking awesome.
you have to stay in Mexico.
All you guys crying in chat, dog, start laughing instead.
You can't come into this country until we approve you. They gave it.
Kamala will collab with Hassan soon. Dude, it has to be. You don't understand the impact that this has. This is massive. This might be the biggest interview Trump ever had to impact new people.
Up. Now they just walk right in.
Wow.
They had catch and release. We had catch and release. That's you catch a criminal and you release him into our country. I said, no. We catch a criminal and we release him into Mexico. I think you feel better about that.
Yeah.
So
I love it. Mexico will become our sewage pipe train, and they will love it.
Definitely.
it's one of those things. There's so many things. They are so bad. It's like amateur night. It's either amateur night or they want to destroy our country.
Right. Do you what do you think about what's going on in Venezuela? The whole situation out there.
Well, I know it very well, and Venezuela is right now being run by a dictator. We were enemies with Venezuela. Venezuela was going to collapse, and people could have gone back to Venezuela. They're in our country now. They've released tremendous numbers of criminals into our country. If you look at Caracas, it was known for being a very dangerous city, and now it's very safe. In fact, the next interview we'll do it in Caracas, Venezuela, because it's safer than many of our cities after they've released their criminals into all of our cities.
Yeah.
The most unsafe place in the planet used to be the most unsafe. They released all their criminals in America, and now they're the safest. Now they're all the safest, and our place is less safe. Look at how this has happened to the mighty America. If I was president, this would have never happened. Goddamn. By the way, Lord Nuxanor himself, who you should definitely subscribe to, by the way, for the most based takes, making fun of literally everyone on the internet. I know none of the facts here, okay? Zero. I'm not trying to say truth, not truth. I do not know. I did not do the research. I don't know. It's just hilarious how he frames everything he says.
And I'm kidding.
I know.
The reason I have to say that because the fake news media knows that too, but they'll say, he suggested they go to Venezuela. They are so bad, it's hard to believe. But anyway, so...
I'm saying I'm joking because I was in fact joking. It was obviously a joke when I said that America is less safe than the fucking third world countries out there. But I'm saying I'm joking because the woke media, they take me out of context. They destroy what I say. They know that they're taking me out of context. He's not wrong, right? They do. It happens to me. Me, stupid little anime guy on YouTube, get taken out of context and get canceled on Twitter. You can see how much Trump is enjoying himself. It's true. They are both having a great fucking day.
So Venezuela, their crime is down 72% because they've taken their criminal elements, which are large. It was a very dangerous place, especially Caracas and the different cities, and they've moved them into the United States of America. I know you're very happy. I know that your mother and father must be thrilled when they hear that.
Yeah.
Who happen to be here, I believe.
They are. They're right over there. Hey, Mom, hey, Dad.
Are you thrilled with what
Yo, let's go! There we go. Jewish representation in media. Let's freaking go.
they're doing? I don't think so. I don't think they're thrilled. I don't think so. So their crime rate is down 72%.
Right.
Because they're drug dealers, they're criminals, they're murderers, they're rapists. Everything's being moved into the United States.
True.
And soon they will have moved all of their criminals into the U.S. They won't have crime. So that's...
Okay. Their plan is to move all the criminals here so that they have no more crime. They are creating a utopia on our backside, goddammit.
That's why I say we'll go to Venezuela for our next interview. Okay. It's a very serious problem. I mean, honestly, what they're doing to this country, they're destroying our country, Aiden. They're destroying stupid people. He's not a smart man. He wasn't smart 35 years ago. He wasn't smart.
Unlike Mr. What is Fascism Aiden Ross, a very smart man.
20 years ago, and now he's really not smart. No. And you saw that from the debate. I mean, he's really gone down the tubes. And she is... Look, she couldn't even pass.
Dude, it's you can't hate Aiden. Like, he may not be an idiot, but, like, you can't hate him. He's funny as fuck.
Her law exam. She couldn't pass her bar exam. And I'm not saying that because I know other people didn't pass their bar exam, but she thought she'd never be able to pass it. And this is who we have running our country. It's a shame. She's ultra left, ultra radical. I just see where 99 vicious terrorists when she was.
He knows what to say. He knows what to say. Kamala Harris, she's stupid. She's useless. She failed her law exam. She's ultra extreme crazy.
I guess Attorney General, because she was Attorney General of California, she destroyed California. Her policies have destroyed California. Her policies, when she was the district attorney, have destroyed San Francisco. San Francisco was the best city in our country.
Dude, it's so funny. I feel like every time I hear Donald Trump talk about Kamala Harris, I think about how internet anarchist on YouTube talks about Moist Critical. Like, dude, they have the same strategy. Literally the same strat. How CoffeeZilla destroyed the worst fake guru. When YouTubers try to expose Moist Critical. Wait, where's the other one? He has like a whole list of how Penguin Zero destroyed YouTube's worst thing. How you Penguin Zero destroyed YouTube's worst content thief. How exposing Penguin Zero ended his career. You know, it's like how Kamala Harris destroyed. What's it called?
20 years ago, and now it's not even. Frankly, it's not even livable. We have to bring our city.
LA, not livable.
Back. We're gonna have to focus on bringing our cities back.
It's actually really sad. You know, I lived in California for a long time. Even Los Angeles, it's not safe. It's not safe. Everyone I know that lives in multi-million-dollar homes that do what I do, content, they're getting robbed. They're getting robbed. The police don't really they're not active out there as they are in some other states, and it's really sad. And I agree. I saw a video in San Francisco where people just walk into a Louis Vuitton and an Apple store and just loot and leave like nothing ever happened. It's crazy.
They loot, and not only that, they have like $1,000 or $1,500 where she started, where she won't even prosecute if it's.
Looting is bad. Kamala's fault. God damn.
Less than $1,500.
Wow.
So you see these people go in with like calculators, and they're adding the stuff that they're stealing because they won't be prosecuted. So that if they get nabbed, they say, no, it's less than whatever it is, $1,000.
Hell yeah, dude.
And she started the concept of that, and it's now spreading. Our country, we need strong leadership. We didn't have stuff like this.
This is crazy. I still can't believe this is happening. Like, we're 15 minutes into this. I still can't believe this is happening.
When you look at what's happened to this country, and you look at other countries, crime rates all over the world are down. You know why? Because they're all dumping their bad people, their prisoners.
There's no way crime rates are down around the world because they're dumping the prisoners into America. Like, are there numbers behind this? Because if it's true, holy shit, that's crazy. But, god damn.
And all of the people that are bad, not only the people on the streets, the people that are in jails. You know what they save by doing that? But they're dumping their prisoners and their criminal elements. They're dumping them into the United States of America. And our crime is going to go through the roof. It's going to go through the roof. And, if we win, and I hope we win, we should win, we seem to be winning. And, you can't even imagine that anybody would want these. This has nothing to do with me. Who would want these people? But
listen, I am a humble soul. I would never self-glaze. That's why I have you here, Adin. I would never self-glaze. That's your job, Adin. I, not self-glazing, cannot see myself losing just simply because why would they vote for anyone else? That's not me. Not at all self-glazing. It's just them.
Can you imagine? They're just getting comfortable now, and they're criminals. So they're sort of laying low a little bit now because they're not comfortable. But soon they'll be comfortable, and they'll find that our police they're great.
Yeah.
But they're not allowed to do their job. They're not allowed to be strong.
I love how he knows exactly what he's saying. Like, he knows exactly who he's targeting. Trump is like a fucking media mastermind. Like, people make fun of Orange Man. He knows that his prime voters are pro-police. So he says, the police are great. Their hands are tied by the woke media. Like, he knows exactly what he's saying. He is not given enough credit for how well he actually speaks.
They could do their job if they were let, but if they do their job, they have their pension knocked out, they have their car taken away, their family taken away, their house taken away.
If the police do their job, their families removed, their children executed in the streets, their entrails sacrificed to the deity.
Everything's taken away and they lose their job. It's a very rough thing being a policeman today, I'll tell you. But they could do the job. We're going to have to let them do their job. We have a crime-infested nation. We're a drug-addicted nation, and we're a crime-infested nation. Other than that, we're doing quite well.
Yeah. I want to move topics a little bit here. I saw.
All right. I'm moving along the interview. Pro-interviewer. All right, let's go.
Familiar with exactly what it was called. You were speaking on stage with 3 other women, and you just
Did he not write these down? Did he not write his questions beforehand?
got ambushed. They were late, and not a hi, hello, how are you? Just straight into it, just straight trying to rip you apart. And I think you handled it pretty well. But I wanted to ask you a question. Like, why do you think like they just straight up do that for you, but then they're going to ask the other side, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
That's right. Well, no. Well, I did this as a favor. This was the black journalists. The room had
yes, the black journalists. It was them.
maybe 2,000. They said 2,000. It looked more like 1,000 to me, but whatever it was packed.
Yeah.
And
Dude, he does it to insult them. He's like, it's huge, 2,000, but they kind of suck. It was only 1,000. Like, he does that every time. Like, he manages to glaze himself for getting it full, but also at the same time roast them for not being able to fill it.
And I did it because I thought it was a good thing to do. And they had a journalist, I didn't know who she was, but she was nasty. She was a terrible person. And I walk in, and instead of saying, hello, thank you very much for doing this, they also said, Kamala's going to do it. But then Kamala said, she wants to do it because she can't talk to people. She can't answer questions. She hasn't done one interview. You know, she's not doing any interviews.
Yeah.
Because if she did one interview where a hard question's asked, she's incapable of answering it. But I walked
God, the way he frames it, it's crazy. He's like, I do the hard interviews because I'm brave and I stand for the people. She, weak, loser, pathetic, will crack under the pressure. God damn.
and this woman starts talking about, she talked about, let's get rid of the elephant in the room, and she starts talking about racism and everything. I said, you didn't even say hello to me. And I'm doing them a favor by doing this. I'm doing this out of respect to the black community. And
I mean, to be honest, you're not. You're doing this because you want them to like you and vote for you, right? Like, I don't think anyone will think that Trump is, even this interview with Adin Ross, he's not doing this interview with Adin Ross for Adin Ross as a favor. Like, let's be real. It's to get voters, right? Like, come on.
we're getting record numbers, as you know, in the black community. And she came across, she's with ABC Fake News, which is one of the worst. ABC is one of the worst.
Right.
And she is horrible.
Right, says Adin Ross with complete conviction. A guy who's probably never watched ABC News a single time in his life. Right, you are so right for that. That's awesome.
So she was very nasty. Harris Faulkner was there. She was excellent. The other person I didn't know, she was okay. I wouldn't say she was great, but she was okay. But I did it.
Wait,
and
what are they doing in the back? What was that in the background? Wait, what?
Quite a sensation. Actually.
Wait, hold on. Wait, what was that? Wait, I want to see that again.
And she is horrible. So she was very nasty. Harris Faulkner was there.
She was horrible. They all raised the signs. That's amazing.
The other person I didn't know, she was okay. I wouldn't say she was great, but she was okay. But I did it. And it was quite a sensation. Actually, a lot of people think it was well handled. The woman was so rude.
So rude.
That, it's hard
So rude.
to believe you can walk into a thing, and I do them a favor, and I do this. Most people said, why are you doing it? I feel I have an obligation to do it. I want to look with it. You become the president
because it gets you more people and more eyes on you.
For all of the people, not for a certain segment.
Correct.
Not even for just my, they talk about my base. It's a very big base. But you become president for all of the people. So I feel you have an obligation to do that. Now, she's not doing anything. She's not doing any interviews because I don't believe she's capable. She starts, I don't know, she's strange. The whole thing is strange. Let's put it this way. Our country's in big trouble.
Yeah. I spoke to your son, Don Jr., when I met you in Doral.
Right.
I spoke to Don Jr. a little bit. He said, man, I feel for the young generation. You guys are, look at this. Like, look what's going on here. Like, it's like you need these next 4 years. If not, I don't know how well the country's going to do after these 4 years.
I don't think it survives. I really don't.
Damn.
Look, we're going to have 20 million people in by the time this election takes place. 20.
He doesn't think the country will survive without him. Damn, like, God damn. He is like a genius at just confidence.
Million people. That's bigger than New York State. Many of those people are people that you should not have, and we're all for everything, all men are created equal, as the expression goes, right?
Of course.
And now today they say all men and women are created equal. When they wrote that, it was a slightly different time.
The woke people trying to include women in everything. It used to be all men are created equal, and now we want women to be equal too. Oh, the woke.
Today, that alone is a politically incorrect statement.
Yeah, it is.
So all men and women are created equal, everything. But the fact is, when you're dumping all of these criminals and all of these drug dealers, all of these people into our country, you're really hurting our country badly. And it has to be... we have to take very strong measures.
We definitely do. Moving to the next.
He has like his backpack NPCs. This is incredible. Oh my God.
I didn't know they were allowed to applaud.
Yeah, they're allowed to applaud. You guys can keep applauding.
All right, that's good. Common sense, right? It is about common sense. I mentioned that term because whether you're conservative, liberal, it's all about common sense.
It is.
You want to have good education. You want to have borders. You want to have low interest rates. Be able to.
I'm not saying you should vote for me because you're a Republican. You should vote for me because you have common sense.
Buy a house. You want to, so many different things. But you got to have common sense. And
it's not so common anymore.
We're run by people. And, just a little thing. When I started campaigning almost like 8 years.
Aiden Ross said, I have another question for you. And he just said common sense. I went on a whole rant about common sense. That's pretty awesome.
Years ago, I talked about Merry Christmas. We should have Merry Christmas again. Let's bring back Merry Christmas. You weren't allowed to say Merry Christmas. I got it back.
That was literally a skit in The Boys. Wait, hold on. First of all, are you not allowed to say Merry Christmas? I feel like everyone says Merry Christmas. There's Christmas everywhere. Everyone talks about Merry Christmas. I don't celebrate Christmas, but people talk about Merry Christmas. But wait, The Boys Christmas. Like, this was a whole meme. Right? Like, I'm gonna get copyrighted for this, but it's so weird.
Here's your peppermint latte.
Canceled all the shepherds, the wise men and the stars.
For the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, it's the birth of Christ, He needs to hear it. Let's put the Christ back in Christmas, raise our voices loud.
It's crazy. What the fuck is going on? Wait, do I didn't even know people actually cared about this. Is this a thing that people care? No one cares if you say Merry Christmas. People say Merry Christmas to me. People that know that I am Jewish and never celebrated Christmas say Merry Christmas to me. I have never been offended in my life about some stupid shit like that.
It's a nice crowd, huh?
Even if you're Jewish, they like to say
Well, he knows who he's talking to.
Merry Christmas. Every one of my Jewish friends say, we love Merry Christmas.
I'm Jewish. I love Merry Christmas.
Good. And Kamala doesn't, though.
She doesn't like it?
Kamala hates Christmas. She's literally the Grinch. Literally the Grinch. You ever see The Grinch That Stole Christmas? That was Kamala.
She doesn't want you to use Merry Christmas.
Wow.
She thinks it's insulting to use Merry Christmas. So we'll have to work on her.
We'll have to work on her? What does that mean? Don't worry, when I become president, we will put her in Guantanamo Bay.
I wanted to ask you a question. Speaking of, you said something about common sense. Someone who has no common sense, Joe Biden. Do you think he was pushed out, or do you think he made the decision to step down?
No, he was not only pushed out, it was a coup.
He was thrown down the whole stairs.
I'm telling you. They went in to see him. He did badly. The debate was a disaster.
It was horrible.
Okay. I don't know if I was brilliant or if he was horrible. Maybe.
This glazing is insane. It's like the glazing didn't let up for like 5 seconds.
It was a combination of both.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
I know one thing. They were saying after I left, I said, that was one of the greatest debate performances we've ever seen. And then 2 days later, they just said he was terrible.
Right.
They never gave. They took away the great debate.
I was incredible. I literally was the hero of all time. And then they decided I was not the hero. And in fact, I was going up against a demented man that is still the president of the United States for the next 4 months.
Performance stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, I mean, I did fine. And he is, he shouldn't have. Look, he's done tremendous damage to our country. He was a terrible president. He was the worst president we've ever had. She's, by the way, considered the most unpopular vice president we've ever had. But she's worse than he is. I actually think he's smarter than her. And I think he's a really not smart person. But I think he's smarter than she is. But she was convenient. She was there. They have better people. I mean, they have much better. In fact, all of the people that she's looking at are considered.
This is real life. We're watching real life. We're living in a simulation for real. For real. God has a sense of humor.
Much better than her. These were people that were thinking about running. They would have run, except that they didn't want to go through this roadblock with her. And, because you're the vice president. So they wanted to go pick him. And I think virtually every one of them is considered better, smarter, would be a better president than her. But
I think as far as every single person I've ever met in the country, Kamala Harris is probably the worst choice. Holy shit.
you can't allow her to be president. She's going to destroy our country.
She'll ruin it. I mean, already.
She'll ruin it. Like already. Where she's not president, but already we're blaming her for things.
It's ridiculous what she's saying.
And by the way, the youth is so important because youth tends to be Democrat, and as they get older, they become Republican. That's what's happening. We can't wait 50 years. We can't. Make the move now. All of you young people, and he's got a lot of them. All I know is my kids say, Dad, you have no idea how big this interview is. Oh, I said, don't tell me that. But make the move now. Don't wait.
Dude, it's literally the crazy glazing is insane. Dude, I love that. It's so funny. Trump, you're a hero. You're the biggest interviewer of all time.
50 years. Our country doesn't have 50 years.
Damn. that's crazy to think about. I want to ask you a question. She did a rally recently. She had a rapper speak, and then she had a rapper twerk at a rally. Yeah.
Really? Kamala did that? That's amazing. Dude, what are these people? These are politicians fighting to become the fucking leader of the free world or whatever. Like, this is insane. They're TikTok dancing and shit?
Rapper was twerking at a rally.
Yeah.
I want to know your thoughts on that. It's crazy to me to think that there could be twerking at a rally.
Well, what Hillary did.
Dude, bro, Adin, if fucking get up and turn around and fucking twerk. Holy shit, that would be content.
Is she would go out and get Bruce Springsteen. He'd get much smaller crowds than I got, to be honest. And he had a guitar, right? I don't have a guitar. But he would fill up a place, and then he'd finish, and they'd all leave, and she'd be speaking. So now Kamala's doing the same thing, because nobody wants to go watch her. Nobody.
No.
I mean, she speaks for like a short. Nobody's going to want to watch her, and nobody does want to watch her.
Everyone hates her. Everyone hates the people who voted for her. They hate her. They hate her.
At least there's a little bit of curiosity, but there's no.
No one wants to look at her. She looks like the penguin from Batman. Run from Kamala. Dude, I love him so much how he talks with his shit. The way he speaks is so incredible every single time.
Value really in going and watching her. So what she did is she's
There's
gotten
no value in watching her. I love how he says that she isn't willing to take interviews, but also there's no value in watching her. Oh my God.
a couple of rappers.
And these things that he says, like the confidence, it works. It literally works. Like, this is a presidential election. I have to keep reminding myself.
And they fill up the place. But what she does is a little bit different. She has them go last. That's smart. I give. So in other words, they want her to finish her speech, get the hell off the stage, and then they can listen to the rap.
Performance starts.
No, it's pretty.
It's kind of smart.
Hillary didn't. No, I give her credit.
Yeah, give it to her a little bit.
Hillary never figured that out. She'd get some star, and the star would fill up the place, and then the star would leave, they would leave, everybody would leave, and she's talking to an empty stadium. Anyway.
Holy shit, that's ruthless. Yes, everyone went to the Imagine Dragons concert for the Imagine Dragons, and then when Hillary went to speak, they all left. They all Pokemon went away.
This is a little better idea.
Yeah, I wanna move on to the fun stuff now. I think you've got
Adin literally trying to talk about serious topics for a half-an-hour challenge, level impossible. Move on to content.
We talked on some ideas and policies, excuse me, but I want to know the fun stuff because you are a fun guy. I've heard a lot from a lot of people how cool you are. Especially Dana. Shout out to Dana. I know you're watching.
Dana.
Yeah, he's the
There's
greatest.
nobody like him. I always say everybody can be replaced except Dana.
The glazing! It doesn't stop! Every time there's anyone that supports this man, they get a ass full of glaze. Oh my God! Elon Musk, Dana. Who's Dana? The WWE guy?
Guy travels the world looking for fighters. Okay, get me fighters. He doesn't care where they from countries nobody ever heard of, and that's where he finds.
Nobody heard of those countries, but their criminals are in the U.S.
Fighters. No, he cannot be replaced. He's truly
UFC. Thanks.
great at what he does.
He's the coolest. I know you're a UFC fan, right?
I am.
Who are like your favorite fighters?
Well, I think Khabib.
Now that is an important question for the presidential candidate.
I mean, how good is Khabib? Do you know who Khabib is?
Of course I know who Khabib is.
Khabib was 29, 28 and 0, and then his father died and he stopped. But I think he never lost. I don't think he ever lost a round. He fought many times. He never lost like a round. And I thought he was a great. I got to meet him at a fight 2 fights ago. Because I walk in with Dana. Sometimes I do this walk in, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's where I first met you.
Yeah, that's right. Come to that.
Yeah.
If I didn't get any applause, you wouldn't want me on the show. You'd say, forget it. No, we get big applause. We walk in together.
It's crazy. You shut it down.
No, I met Khabib though, and he was very.
Dude, the glazing is crazy. The actual impossible glazing. Oh my God. This is literally just two guys like hanging out on stream. Like, this is actual goated content. Like, humanizing politicians is not an easy task. But this is actually doing it. This is going to impact the world. Adin Ross is impacting the world. This is real life. This guy doesn't know what fascism is.
He came to me and he said, "You're the man that can stop the war," because he's talking about the war with Ukraine, Russia.
Of course.
Because he knows they're his people. I mean, on both sides, right? There's so many people dying in that war, and the whole culture is being destroyed. The cities are coming down. They're just pouring bombs in. And it was amazing. We weren't talking about fighting. We were talking about a different kind of fighting, a much worse kind of fighting. And he was very concerned about that whole thing, that war. He said, you can get it stopped, and I can get it stopped. I will.
Literally. Well, who's your favorite UFC fighter? So I could stop the war in Ukraine. Wow.
Have that stopped before I assume. I will. If I win the election, the first thing I'm going to do is get Putin and get Zelensky. I know them both very well.
I'll make a Discord call. I'll add everyone to the Discord call. We'll play a round or two of Among Us together, and everything will work out.
And get them to make a deal because it's crazy.
It is.
It's crazy.
It is, and that's. It's like your rallies in the crowd, huh?
I know. I like this crowd. I think it's
Literally handpicked crowd. You like this crowd? Yeah, all right.
I like you people.
The glazing. It's insane. Zero pushback from anything.
You know what they are, though? They're people that want to see the country do well.
That's it.
It's people that
Oh, that's it. That's it. People that vote for Trump, they just want the country to do well.
they don't want to see crime.
Right.
They don't want to be mugged, because they're selfish in that reason.
Do you want to get mugged? Oh, you don't want to get mugged? Well, vote for Trump. He's the only one that's anti-mugging here.
Like they prefer not being mugged, right? But they don't want other people to be mugged, beaten up, shot, and killed. In Chicago, on July 4th weekend, they had 117
Who's your favorite UFC fighter in Chicago?
people shot. Think of this, you live there. 117 people were shot, 17 died. This is in one weekend, July 4th weekend.
Wow.
I mean, nobody wants that. If you're living in Chicago, you have a good chance of, something bad happening. When you're going to go buy a loaf of bread, and something really bad could happen. So we don't want to, and they don't want that. The people behind me,
True.
just
It's the
that
people.
briefly, they're great, but they're like other people. People don't want crime.
No,
they don't
no.
want to go to wars.
You're
They
right.
want to be able to make money.
Oh
They
my
want to be
God.
able to have a good life. They want a great
Holy shit, I do want to be rich and not be in a war. Oh my God, he's spitting.
education, all the things that you want, just the basic things. And we don't have that now.
It's really sad, honestly. And
Well, think of this, Israel, you're Jewish. Are you a fan of Israel?
yeah.
It would have never happened. October 7th would have never happened if I was president.
That date wouldn't have happened. It would have been October 6th. It would have skipped it, literally gone straight to October 8th under my watch. I would have literally just taken that date out of the calendar.
And everybody admits it. Iran,
Everybody admits it. Everyone admits it. Literally everyone.
was broke. They had no money. I wouldn't let anybody buy oil from Iran. As soon as Biden comes in, he didn't have a clue. He let everything happen. But Iran was totally broke. They had no money. And I wouldn't let them nobody. China, I said, you buy oil
China.
from Iran,
Dude, I love the Trump-China lines. They're so out of pocket.
and you can't do business in the United States. They said, we'll pass. I mean, that's fine. But I did that with everybody. And we would have had a deal, 100% we would have had a deal, and there would have been no attack. There was no money left. Iran had no money. We would have made a deal. We would have made a fair deal for them. I would have loved to have made a fair deal. I'm not looking to, I just want them, they can't have a nuclear weapon. It's very simple. They can't have a nuclear weapon. You cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. So what happens is we worked very hard on that, and then he comes in and he allows everybody to go. China now is buying millions, billions and billions of dollars worth of oil, and Iran now is a very rich country, and October 7th would have never happened. And it wouldn't happen because they didn't have the money to pay Hamas and Hezbollah and all of these, they call them instruments of terror, a lot of different names. And so October 7th would have never happened. The recent attack on the park would have never happened. That was so graphic and so, normally you don't see that. Normally the media cuts it up, but they didn't have time to cut it up because it was during the day, very public. And you'd see children with their legs cut.
The crazy thing about this one specifically is I have never heard anyone even talk about this one. Like, this is wild.
Cut off. Those initial scenes were so horrible, where a rocket landed in a little soccer field. Just terrible. All of that stuff would have never happened. And we'll get it stopped fast, by the way. We'll get it stopped fast. There's no games.
Amazing. Well, everyone that's watching, everyone behind, just know that your vote really does matter. And you guys really have a big decision coming up in November. You guys got to really go out there and vote for the right person, which is him.
Wow, that's
Yo, bro, this is only a YouTuber could get away with that. Literally only a YouTuber gets away with that. No politician on the planet could do that. They would all say, well, I'm personally voting for Trump. You make the right decision, right? No one. Only a YouTuber who's like, go click the link in the description to Raid Shadow Legends, subscribe, and buy my merch. Only YouTubers mastered that call to action. That unabashed call to action. Oh my God. Trump's never seen that before in his life. I think.
There.
It's funny that you do, but now I know why you're so popular, because I've been on for years.
I know why you're popular. You manipulate children.
Years with people that really do like me, and they're even fair to me and everything else. But they wouldn't do what you just. They wouldn't say, vote for him. They do. They're short of that.
Right? People don't do that. It's the YouTuber mindset. The straight up promotion.
Wouldn't do it. They do, and they vote for me.
Like the call to action thing is like such a YouTuber grindset.
But they wouldn't say it. I think it's great that you can say something like that. I think it's ethical.
What? That is not, I mean, that's not the word I was going to use. That's not what I was going to say. Nux about to get canceled from the left and right. Yeah, listen, I just sit here and laugh at idiots. That's my job. Ethical? Oh, it's so, when you told them to vote for me, it was so ethical.
It's fair. It's smart.
It's so fair and smart and ethical.
And if you felt that way about somebody else, that's okay too. But you have journalists today, like that one that intercepted me literally. That was like a booby trap. I walk in and she starts saying, "We got to start a meeting." She didn't say, "Oh, thank you very much for being here."
No.
Just like the worst. And frankly, if I owned that network, I would fire her so fast. It was so inappropriate. And I actually, once you sort of walk out, then you put the guard up, and you actually give less information than what you would have. They did it with sugar, right? But she doesn't know about sugar. That one. That was sort of terrible. It became viral, #1 viral.
Yeah.
And it was the question that was viral.
Mm-hmm.
I think my answers were sort of good.
They were really good.
I think they considered to be.
My answers were good. Oh, they were so good. Dude, I can't believe I'm even watching this. Bro, Trump needs to get Adin on his team ASAP. Literally needs to get Adin on his team right now. Every time there's something big going on, this is awesome. It's like, my answers were so good. Oh, so good, Trump. So good, Mr. President.
I can't brag, but they were considered to be very good. But
I'm not bragging. Everyone else thought they were great, though. Listen, I'm not bragging, but everyone loves me and thinks I'm awesome.
But the level of hatred and craziness, and you don't know, is that from the head of the network or is that from her? But ABC, I've said for a long time, ABC is one. You have George Slopadopoulos. I don't know if you know him, but he's a nasty guy. You sit there, and yet
Dude, I can't believe he's still doing the nicknaming thing from 8 years ago.
Biden, he interviews Biden. I said, there's no way that Biden can handle this guy if the guy is like normal,
Right.
like he normally is.
Yeah.
He was so nice to Biden. He asked him, and then when Biden couldn't answer, which he can't answer most of the questions because he has no clue where he is, Slopadopoulos is giving him the answers. He's giving the question. And isn't it true that you really don't want to see war? Isn't that true? Yeah. No, the whole thing is crazy. Anyway.
I can't believe we're living in this fucking weasel timeline where this is even going on, honestly. Holy shit. This is how you run a modern campaign, though. Like, it's wild.
I want to real quick talk about one thing. It was super important to me when I saw it. Censorship. I don't know if you saw what Elon had posted. Elon basically showed if you were to Google Donald Trump about a week ago, all you see is Kamala. That's all you see is Kamala. It's crazy. Google was really, really trying to push her.
So Google is really crooked. It's horrible when they had the word assassination up because, there was a big moment a few weeks ago where I got whacked. I got whacked. And whether it's me or anybody else, it was a terrible thing. Terrible thing. For our country, it was terrible for everything. And when you put up the word assassination, it went to Lincoln, it went to many other people, many of them.
True. I remember when that happened. I typed in assassination, and like the autofill is like, JFK, Lincoln, MLK. Like, not even gonna lie, I saw that. So I don't need to hear this at all. Like, that happened to me. Okay, the weird online censorship shit is everywhere. I don't think we have any idea how much it actually does probably affect us.
Whom I didn't even know there was an attempted assassination. The only one it didn't have was Trump. Think of it.
But you know where you did get the information? Asmongold Clips channel, because he reacts to everything as it unfolds. Asmongold Clips channel is the way of the future.
And when you put up the word assassination, it also sent you to Kamala. And people were really angry at it. Look, something wrong with Google. I don't know if it's the people running it inside or the smaller people, so to speak, the people that are actually doing the nuts and bolts. I doubt it. It's got to come from the top. And it's so illegitimate. They have to do something about it. And I mean, the market speaks. Everybody should maybe just go off Google, not use it. There are so many other things. Watch your show instead. But there are so many.
You just suggested replacing Google with kick.com/Adin Ross. I'm living in the weasel timeline. He's like, everyone should go off Google. Watch your stream instead. Yes, I definitely want to replace my Google browser with kick.com/Adin Ross. Holy crap.
Things. Now, Mark Zuckerberg called me, and he apologized. They actually had it where, AI is dangerous. It's going to be with us, but it's very dangerous. They actually had the Secret Service agents were very brave because when I was being shot at, there were 8 shots. And as soon as they heard that first gun, I did think I did a good job because I heard and I went down. when you hear bullets, you tend to drop to the floor if you're intelligent.
Of course.
If you're not intelligent, like, I don't think Joe would have dropped to the floor. I think it's...
The fuck is he saying? What is even happening? If you're intelligent, you drop to the floor when you hear bullets. Joe wouldn't. Joe would have just stood there. The next one would have probably hit Joe. Good thing it wasn't Joe.
No, I think it would have just been like, what's going on?
Hey, what's happening?
What is that?
Where are those bullets?
Is that a bird?
Oh, there they are. There they are. No, I don't think he would have dropped to the floor.
Right.
But anyway,
Oh my God.
When you hear this and when you see what's going on, and he called up, and there's a very iconic picture that was taken, but there's a number of them actually, but there's one in particular that was very iconic, and it's been on the covers with the fists up, and the secret agents, service agents, and I know they're going through a little bit of a questioning period. Let me tell you, these people were brave because those bullets were coming at me, and I heard them. They were whizzing over my head. I had the one here, and I went down, and they were whizzing over, and I had 7 people, maybe a lot of very big people on top of me within seconds, and a lot
of big people and one very short person.
People that I know would not have done that. Aiden, I'm telling you, when bullets are coming right over you, and you got people willing to, I asked a couple of them, they expected to die. They actually expected to die, and I understood that.
Yeah.
The other thing that happened that was amazing is within 5 seconds, the sniper, the Secret Service sniper, from a much further distance, 1 bullet, and didn't know about it. Now, it was a communication problem, a big one, and had it...
To put it lightly, that was a fucking glaring incompetence. Holy shit.
Taken place, 10 seconds earlier, would have been good, but there was a communications problem. But he... Supposedly, I don't think he knew. I mean, I've gone through it too. I don't think the sniper knew anything about it. He may have heard there could be a problem, but he didn't know anything about it. Think of it. A thing like that happens. He went by the gun and the fire of the gun. And I guess when the bullets come out, you see fire. And he was able to see that from probably more than 300 yards away. So that's 3 football fields. That's a lot. And 1 bullet took him out. And if he didn't shoot him, you would have had probably a lot of people dead.
Right.
Probably a lot of people would have been dead. He had a lot of bullets up there. He had a powerful gun, and he had a lot of bullets up there. And
he had a very powerful gun with a lot of bullets. God, I love the way he describes shit. It's crazy. What is even happening?
The reason he stopped was he got hit 5 seconds. That's a pretty amazing job when you think, it's sort of a surreal experience. Right?
Yeah.
And you could say that for them, too. And they go years, and they don't have to do that. They don't have to shoot people. And then all of a sudden, they're confronted, and they see somebody firing. And a lot of people wouldn't react like that. They wouldn't, they'd say, let's call in and find out what's going on.
Right.
His reaction time, I think, was amazing. So there was a big communication problem, and they'll get that straightened out. But the Secret Service people were very brave, and that sniper was very talented to hit a target like that from so far away.
Right. Mr. President, I do want to say, first of all, you took a bullet for everyone in this room, everyone watching, everyone. The reaction that you gave.
Adin is a showman. Holy shit. He knows what he's doing. He might not know what a fascism is, but he is a showman.
No other president is going to do that. They're going to either
remain... It's not like he did it on purpose. Right? Like, I mean, what do you mean no other president is going to do that? No other president's going to get shot at by a sniper?
And, where they are. You are a brave man. You stood up and went like this.
He was fucking brave, though. Not going to lie. That was pretty brave.
And that was a pretty badass picture, by the way.
Well, I will say, though, that the audience was very brave also, the fans, the people, and it's much more than MAGA. Although I think MAGA is almost everybody, because it's what we...
You really think that the people voting for you are almost everybody?
We talk about.
Yeah.
But all of those people were tens of thousands of people, as far as the eye could see, and then the people in the back. And those are the people you see, because the cameras are focused on that. We have the bleacher in the back with, 100 to 150 people or something. But those people never moved. And if you go to crowd, we had a crowd control type person, said whenever a bullet is fired, they know a bullet and they know a sound. And we had a lot of bullets fired.
They know
So when you think of it, plus the Secret Service, whenever a bullet's fired, everybody empties out immediately. They immediately leave and they empty out the whole stadium, and they call it a stampede, like in cattle.
Yeah.
And a lot of people get killed with stampedes. They get literally
Stumped
walked
over.
over. Many people die in soccer stadiums. But when a bullet goes off, everyone leaves, almost every time.
Yeah.
Nobody left. And you had the man behind me. He's looking like this.
Bro knows what he's saying, though. Like, love him or hate him, he is fucking talking to people like they're people. He is talking about his people like they are people. Like, this doesn't sound like classic politician jabber.
He's looking. There was no fear. It was amazing. They knew that I was in trouble. They saw that. They saw the blood, because the blood, I guess you get hit in the ears. I can tell you, A lot of blood when you get hit in the ear. That's one thing we learned. We learned all these things.
We learned it was for science.
Unfortunately, but they saw there was a big problem. Normally, when they hear that, they're all, they disperse. Nobody left. I mean, you take a look at that. Now, that was a microcosm of what was out in front of me because the speech was being made to thousands of people.
Right.
And nobody there was leaving either. It was really amazing. They knew there was a problem. And when I got up, they were confused because Secret Service was lifting me. I guess I was getting up, and I'm looking for my shoes. I didn't want to go on they had stretchers and stuff.
I was looking for his shoes? They shot him in his ear and his shoes fell off? Is that, huh?
I didn't want to go on stretchers. I didn't want to do that. But it was amazing. And they were confused because you could be up, but you're not looking too good. And I felt it was important to let people know that I was okay and our country was okay, in a true sense that our country was okay. And so I did that. And the audience was just, they were, I mean, USA, they were wild. It was a hell of a horrible experience, but I learned a lot about the love in this country. Think of it. A bullet goes off, everyone leaves. And here's bullets going off. They just, again.
Dude, Aiden's dad is done. He is finished.
True hero.
They were heroes. The way they didn't move, you have to watch that group behind because that was the same as the group in front, the big group. And it wasn't like, geez, normally they'd say, let's get out of here.
Yeah,
How do we do
that's
this?
true.
They
We just
weren't.
stood
They
and
saw
watched.
I was in trouble.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to move.
No.
And many of them were.
Do you think Donald Trump saw Destiny's tweets? That's the real question. Did Donald Trump see Destiny's tweets?
Standing up, and they were looking, one man in particular with a floppy hat and wearing like a black T-shirt. And he's out there just looking. It's a fascinating thing to see. And when you hear crowd control people say, we can't even imagine that happened, that shows they love for me, maybe, but for the country. And it was...
Me, maybe. I don't want to say that they all love me. Not trying to self-glaze here or anything, but they love America.
It was pretty amazing.
That's great.
Thank you.
So, I got you a gift. Well, a couple gifts.
Oh, good. That's good.
Yes, let's go. Back to content. He's like, all right, good point. Back to content.
I'll show you, another gift. I'll show you, the second gift a little bit later.
Okay.
But I did get you a gift, and I got you this gift because, look, you are, I feel like you constantly get beat on, but you're so strong, and you just, like I said, you live for the people, and you're a hero. I want to present to you this gift right here. I hope you like watches, Rolexes.
Wow. Oh, that's a beautiful watch.
Yeah.
You got him a Rolex?
You should open it and then show the camera.
That's a great watch.
You should open it and then show the camera.
Actually, good company. There's good company.
You like Rolex?
Rolex, good company. It's a good company.
Like Jack Nicklaus and Gary Player and Arnold Palmer and all the golf guys and all the other guys too. I do. This is beautiful. Wow. Thank you. Don't they have nice packaging?
They do. Really, really nice.
Wow, that's so nice. Oh, should I show that to the audience?
Yeah, they can see it.
Just bribed the president of the United States. Ain't no way. Check out the president with the Rolex. Rolex is a good company.
Oh, I didn't know this. Now I know it's worth it. Wow. Well, my boys said, "Oh, that's such a big show." I don't know what you're doing, but you really are respected. Amazing. I mean,
I appreciate it.
I go into other shows. Nobody does a big deal about it.
I do want to say also,
Thank you very much.
shout out to Nelk boys. I know you love Nelk.
Oh, they're great.
They're the greatest.
Well, that was through Dana. Dana's very much into this world. Dana's...
Dude, that's hilarious. You're so respected, Adin Ross. It's your hot takes and your incredible insight into fascism that really has made me understand.
Young guy, sort of,
Yeah.
He's a young guy, sort of. But Dana is into this world like he could be an 18-year-old or a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
He knows more about you and the Nelk brothers and the Nelk boys, and he asked me to do their show. And I will tell you, I got a tremendous...
You're technically not allowed to give expensive gifts or presents to politicians or governors, etc. Really? Well, the glazing don't stop, baby.
A response. You do some of these big shows, you do like 60 minutes and nobody cares. You do Nelk or you, and I can already see so many people going, I hear you doing the show with Adin.
Oh, wow.
I said, I've had a lot of calls. So it's like a new wave.
Yeah.
It's a new thing. Who would think it? And sometimes television is not the big deal. I sort of feel that television will always be television.
Yeah.
But numbers aren't like they used to be.
No.
Nope, it's dying. It's dying. He's not wrong. The attention is in the internet space right now. This live stream had over 500,000 people. Like, this live stream was bigger than the presidential debate, I think. Right? That is unbelievable. That's unfathomable.
I would say, live streaming and YouTube is kind of like the new age television for, younger
And this
people.
was on Kick. This aside from the hundreds of thousands of people watching it on Hassan's stream who reacted to this live, and Asmongold's stream who reacted to this live, and everyone else.
So I did have some clips I wanted to react to.
Okay.
Oh my God, he's showing him he's doing a try not to laugh challenge with Trump. Holy shit.
This is the fun stuff I wanted to
Hit 700K at one point. This was huge.
get into. Let's get into the reactions right here. This is so cool. I'm actually reacting with you. All right.
You know, I put you on Truth.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Truth is my voice.
Yeah.
And it's doing great.
Yeah.
Everybody should go.
What is this image? Oh my God.
Go on Truth.
Yeah.
But I will say that I put you on that we're doing the show together, and the response was
He's reacting to content with the former president of the United States. This is what simulation are we living in?
very cool.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so
You
this
should play the fucking Hitman Steam game, Protect the President Steam game.
shout out to Nelk, but they kind of gave me this idea. I have 2 segments I want to do with you.
Okay.
The first one is use one word that comes to mind to describe that person.
Oh, classic stream content. This is crazy.
Okay, it's a fun game.
Fun.
Let's start. All right, who is the first picture? And we got the Nelk boys. One word.
Great.
I love that. Okay, great.
So you're friends with them?
Yeah.
Are they competitors of yours, though?
Not even, honestly. You know, every time
He's on Kick. They do podcasts on YouTube. Nah.
that you know, I speak to Kyle or Steve, it's just only
they're all
love.
great.
They're really, really
no,
good.
they're just great.
Yeah.
But in a way, you would be competitors.
No.
But you don't.
They're more bigger
They're like on a totally different space.
on the YouTube side of things. I'm more live, so it's a lot.
see.
It's a different
I see, so
world,
it's different,
but
yeah.
it's kind of like parallel.
Look at them. I mean, they're just great people. That was Dana White. He said, you got to do them. I said, who are they? I didn't know. And after I did them, it was like an explosion.
All right, let's see.
We are watching the former president of the United States sitting with Adin Ross doing a what's the first word that pops into your mind game. What the fuck dystopia are we living in?
We got next here. We got me.
Me!
Well, I can just tell you that one word
He's like, say the first word that comes to your mind.
would be outstanding. My sons told me about you, and you know,
They were all right. You were actually even better than I thought. They were even better.
they told me about how big Dad, you know, my Baron.
Yeah.
He said, Dad, he's really
My
big.
son, he calls me dad because, you know, he's my son.
I said, yeah, but what about else? He said, he's also a friend of mine, right?
Yeah.
But big stuff, Aiden.
It's crazy to see this. Like, this is actually just kind of wholesome. Like, it's wild. It's just like making bro content with the president. What the fuck? He's so ethical.
So I just have to say, outstanding to do what you've done at a young age.
Wow.
And I know how old you are. You're young. You're seriously young. My suit is older than you are.
How old your suit?
God damn. God damn. Yikes.
Thank you, Mr. President. All right, let's see who we got next. We got you.
Modest. Please say modest. Please say modest.
Patriot. I'm a patriot.
All right. Joseph bald. Say bald. Come on.
Joe Rogan.
Interesting. He really is. He's an amazing guy. He's a very interesting guy.
All right, interesting. He's not wrong on that one. He's not wrong.
So we got next, Mr. White.
Dude, this is insane. It's all the people that you know he likes.
Fighter. I'll tell you, that guy, he fights. You wouldn't want to have him
my God.
against you. A little bit true with all of these people that you show. And there's a good one. Elon, a genius, truly a genius. You know, I see the rockets come down with the engines, and they're
I see rockets and engines. He's just a genius. The Glaze montage.
coming down, and the engines are landing without any. They have no wings, no nothing. That was a
That's
couple of years ago.
genius.
Right.
What is that? And I said, what was that all about? He says, well, we want to be able to save the engines, not that they go into the ocean and all. But he really is. He's a genius. He's also a very good person, Elon.
Let's see who we got next here. We got Kanye.
So he's very complicated.
Complicated. That's a good word.
Let's say complicated.
That's a good way. All right.
Because he's a really nice guy, but he can get himself into trouble, and he can get some other people. But you know, he's got a good heart. He does. But he's complicated. Kanye.
Oh no. Oh no.
Fake, but in all fairness, look, but she knows it. She's got a thing going. It's a good thing. She's a good thing for her. But there's a certain something she's got. She's got a spark. That's pretty amazing, actually. She's got a good spark.
Oh my God.
I'll change it.
This went from glaze session to roast session.
I'll say spark.
All right.
She does have. She gets on. You know, when she was running.
You know, the point of this game is the first word you think of, all right? So I'm just saying.
She was running against a gentleman from Queens, and I asked his people, I said, are you careful? This guy was going to be Speaker of the House. It was going to be him, not Nancy Pelosi. And Joe, he is a good politician, a real pro, been around for a long time, many years in
Trump, use one word to describe this. Let me tell you a story about a guy I know from Queens.
Congress. And I watched her on television one time. I saw a clip of her speaking, ranting, raving, going crazy. And I said, who's she running against? She's running against Joe. I said, oh, does he know what's going on? Oh, he's got no problem, sir. He's got no problem. I said, is he doing any debates? No, he doesn't have to bother with the debates. He's been there for years. I said, tell him I said that he should be careful. Because I saw her. And I said, she's Evita. I called her Evita. Maybe that's the best. Evita Peron.
What is even going
I said, she's
on?
Evita. She's in the streets screaming, shouting, going crazy, hugging people, hugging. Everybody's being hugged. I said, he better be careful. And she took him out. So, I give her credit. But she's got a lot of sizzle.
Say Winnie the Pooh, please, please.
Powerful.
Oh, come on, man. You couldn't give him the Winnie the Pooh.
Powerful man. He's a powerful man. I know him very well. I know him probably better than anybody in this country knows him. And
It's crazy. I love it.
got to know him extremely well. We had a great relationship until COVID. COVID was a step too far. But we did very well with China. And President Xi.
Wait, COVID ruined his relationship with China?
We did very, very well with China. We took in hundreds of billions of dollars. No president took in 10 cents. I took in. And I exposed China. Look, I want China to do great. Okay, but they can't take advantage of us like they were doing. For years and years, we'd lose $500 billion a year in trade, all of that. But then COVID came in, and it really, I changed, but I will have a very good relationship with him. There's no...
Oh, wait, we were friends, then we hated each other, but we'll be friends again if I win.
There's no going to war with him. He doesn't want to go to war. We're not going to go to war. And we had a very good relationship, actually. He was right in this room. He came to this country. And he stayed here for a number of days, as you remember. And we had...
He does not remember. Aiden Ross is like, I do not remember that at all.
Incredible meetings. A very famous meeting in the dining room, actually. But he loves his country, and he's very strong and very powerful and very interesting. But he really does love his country, I can tell you that.
Let's see who we got next on this list.
All right.
Yeah. Gavin Newscum. You spelled it? No, you spelled his last name?
He literally ruined California. Beautiful state. California is beautiful. He ruined it.
And when you watch him, he's always saying, oh, we're doing so great.
Right,
We're not doing great. I mean, I have holdings in California, and I own a golf course right on the ocean, right on the Pacific Ocean.
I am just like you. I own a golf course.
In Palos Verdes. So beautiful. It's a club. It's big, many acres, hundreds of acres, and it's fantastic. But California is so precious. One of the most beautiful places in the world in terms of weather, in terms of everything. And they're just destroying it with crime. The crime is out of control. It's a very dangerous place. And he, I think it's a shame.
I never heard of this guy, by the way. Just saying. So far, I've heard of everyone. Never heard of this dude.
And because I like him, I get along with him great. I helped him a lot.
I like him. I get along with him great. New scum. I get along with him great.
With his fires, I kept saying, why don't you do something about the forest fires?
Yeah.
There's no reason to have that. There's no management. They have no management control over the forests. I said, you have to do things. But I got
He's
along
the mayor of California. Well, I don't live in California, so.
with him great, but he has not done the job.
No.
He has not done the job. Sad.
Got a few more. Let's see what we got next.
Oh! All right. Come on. Get it. Oh, Cook. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah. He's turned very liberal, actually. They say he's the son of Fidel Castro, and could be. Anything's possible in this world, You're going to learn as you get older. You've seen a lot already for your age. Per age, I would say. Per year spent, you've seen as much as anybody. But Justin Trudeau is...
Give him a word.
I get along with him very well, actually. But
After rambling, we get along very well. I don't think they get along well at all, right? Last time, doesn't Trudeau, hate Trump?
Seems to be going very progressive, and the people of Canada are not liking it. I mean, if they had a good conservative person, which maybe they do, maybe they don't, I don't know. But somebody that's a strong conservative would win in Canada. Canada is very unhappy about the way they've been treated as people. But I got along with him well.
But he's not doing the one word thing. Come on, give him a word.
Now, this man I really got along with well.
Say chin.
We had Little Rocket Man. We had the red button. He said, I have a red button on my desk. And I said, no, I have a red button too. And mine's bigger than yours and mine works.
These are two of the world powers arguing about nuclear weaponry. My red button is bigger than your red button.
It was a really bad month and a half. He Was very, very tough on President Obama, very tough on everybody. It's the hermit nation, and it really is. I mean, I said to him, do you know Elton John? No, no, no. I said, did you ever hear the song Rocket Man? And I actually played him the song Rocket Man. He said, no, I've never heard it. I said, you're Rocket Man. He said, no, you call me Little Rocket Man, not Rocket Man. But I tell you what, so we had a very nasty 2 months. People were actually worried about it because it could have been dangerous. But President Obama told me that this was the single biggest threat to the United States, was Kim Jong-un of North Korea. And one day I got a call.
Dude, Trump bullied this man in a Discord call. Literally changed his entire life.
From people that wanted to see me about him, and he wanted to meet. He did not want to meet with Obama, did not want to meet with anybody. Got tremendous nuclear capability. He does. And we've checked that closely, and he does. I got to know him very well, and I got along with him great. He's very smart. He's very strong. He's the absolute leader. You know, a lot of people say, oh, maybe he's not the leader. He's the absolute. When he's around, his people are standing up at attention. I've never seen.
Doesn't he, like, execute people that don't stand at attention? If people don't stand at attention, don't they get, like, actually executed? Maybe I'm mistaken, but...
A luncheon. They had 20 people on his side and 20 people on mine, looking at each other.
Right.
We fell in love, we bought a little house in Cali, very passionate relationship. The sex wasn't so good after the first couple of years.
In Singapore, we had a meeting in Singapore. It was the biggest press conference I've ever had. There were thousands of paparazzi. I've never seen anything like it. I think people said they've never seen anything like it. I was walking...
The issue was I was a top and he was also a top. It was really very difficult to figure out who would be on the top and who would be on the bottom. The relationship had some ups and downs like relationships do. And I am the best lover to ever love.
And he was walking, and we met in the middle, remember? And
yeah,
the place just went crazy. But we got along very well. He's very, very smart. And, he's a real power. He's a real power. I think he's upset that I'm not there. Nothing would have happened with him. We would have gotten along with him fine. I was trying to get him to do, his country is, you talk about location. I'm a real estate guy. He's right between, think of this, Russia, China, one side, and South Korea on the other. I said, you have a great piece of real estate. You could make so much. You could have gorgeous things. I said to him, think about gorgeous condos going up on your shore. He's got a lot of...
Bro wants to put up the Trump Towers 2.0 in North Korea. What is even going on?
Ocean. He's got ocean frontage on both sides, right? But I got along with him great, and we would have had no problem with him. Now he's getting very angry with us, and he's getting very angry with... I understand he doesn't like her. He doesn't know her, but he forms opinions, and he doesn't like her. And he thought that Biden was a stupid man, a very stupid man. He would say that, but I say the same thing, so at least we agree on something.
Like, what the fuck? Is he glazing Kim Jong-un right now? Is this actually happening? Wait, I don't understand what is going on. I can't believe.
But they really have hurt.
The little giggle. Adin knows what's happening.
Our country. These people have hurt our country. Kim Jong-un was great for as long as he was there. As long as I was there was going to be no problem. That I can tell you. We met in Singapore. I got to know him so well. And, I always say that we have enemies from within and we have enemies on the outside. So he would be considered, I guess, an enemy. I think he would be absolutely fine. China, the same thing. I always say if you have a smart president, you don't have a problem with the outside. But you still will have a problem with the inside because these people are sick. They're sick. And the people from the inside, they're
just talking over the people clapping. He's just like, shut up.
Willing to take down our country. It's incredible. When I look at...
This is remember the game here is that they show you a picture and you say one word that comes to mind. You just spent 10 minutes talking about this.
Guys like Adam Shifty Schiff. He's such a bad guy, such a liar with the Russia hoax.
I have no idea who that is.
It was a total hoax. It went on for 2.5 years. And total exoneration, nothing to do with Russia. The opposite. I was the worst thing that ever happened to Russia because I stopped the pipeline, the Russia pipeline. It's called Nord Stream 2. Nobody ever heard of Nord Stream 2.
You're right.
But, it was just 2 years of this stuff. And actually putting our country in danger because you put your country in danger with another country. But getting along with these people is really, getting along with the foreign leaders, if you're smart, our country is safe. If you're stupid, and that's a problem. We have stupid people there now.
You see, world peace is within our grasp if I was president. If anyone else is president, no world peace. No one else is as smart as I am. Not trying to say myself. This is just what they say about me.
And those people are very dangerous right now. Right now, I'm hearing there's going to be an attack tonight by Iran of Israel. They're going to be attacked tonight. I'm telling you right now. I hear.
Well, thank God that aged poorly because there was no attack last night. Dub. Huge dub. Woo! Woo! I'll take it. L's like that every day. Every day.
Just through the same waves. There's no top secret information or anything.
Right.
But I hear that Israel's going to be attacked tonight If I were president, nobody would even be talking about that word. Because
If I was president, racism would end, hatred would be wiped out, we would all come together.
it wouldn't happen 100%. And it's so, but when you have Pelosi and when you have Schiff and you have all these people, I mean, when you have people like Schumer, you have all these people are a danger to our country. And they get a guy like Biden in, he's just a vessel. He has no idea where the hell he is. He's their perfect vessel because he'll do anything that they want him to do.
Right.
So we really have dangerous people. They go after their political opponent, like me. I mean, me being especially. I mean, they've used law enforcement to go after me. They've come at me with everything. We just won the big case in Florida. You saw that? That was the big case. That was the biggest of the cases.
I love how he says, you saw that, and he's like, I don't know what happened in Florida.
And we won that conclusively. We had a brilliant and very fair judge. I mean, you know, if I have fair judges, I win every case. But they put you in cases where the judges are totally corrupt. Where, like in New York, where the whole legal system is actually bringing down the state and bringing down the city because the corruption's so bad. But we have to solve the problem from within. The problem on the outside, if you have somebody smart, you can handle it easily, actually. But the problem from within, we have people that truly hate our country. We have to solve that problem.
I want to get this right with what I'm about to say because you had said something about crooked people, and you know I want to say I want to get this right. That's why I'm pulling up my phone. You know the same DA, Fannie Willis.
Right, Fannie Willis.
She treated you very unfairly.
She goes by the name of Fani, even though it's Fani. She wants it pronounced Fani. She's little French, French accent, and her lover, Wade, right?
Yeah,
Mr.
What is going on? Wait, is it because she doesn't want to be called Fanny? I mean, understandable. I would hate to be called Fanny as well. So,
Mrs. Wade.
Would you say she's very unfair?
Well, not only to me. There are many people. She wanted to indict a senator, a couple of senators, I understand, that had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
You know, there are many people, and this has taken place in Georgia. Georgia's phenomenal. Georgia's I love the people of Georgia. I've done great with the people of Georgia.
Yeah.
Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina. But Georgia is so good, and she's destroying it, and the governor should do something about it because, look, these are innocent people. These are patriots.
1 second, I was just going to switch this. So I know Fannie Willis has treated you very unfair. I have a friend who's currently being treated unfair by her. He's a rapper named Young Thug.
Yeah.
And I
heard that, actually.
Yeah,
I have no idea what they're talking about, by the way. No idea who Fanny is, and I have no idea about this current situation, hence the lack of commentary.
Wondering if there's a way that we can make sure he gets treated fair, that's all.
So
is he trying to help out his boy? Just he happens to have Trump in a room with him, and he's talking to the former president, trying to help his boy out. The Young Thug situation is crazy. I have no idea what's going on.
Heard about him, and I heard he's being treated very unfairly by her.
Yeah.
And I would tell her she's got to treat these patriots that are being all terrible. They're going after him. And I hear Young Thug is being treated. I heard the name.
Yeah.
I heard it from other people where they say he's being treated very unfairly.
Very unfair.
So he's got to be treated fairly.
Please.
Dude, he's like, this is amazing. They just glaze each other. They support each other's people. Like, this is awesome. What the fuck? This is where politics has gone. This is wild. This is huge.
So, let's see who we got next on the couple. We got a couple more
He
people
brought himself to full screen just so he could get that.
left.
Okay.
Got some, hopefully some good ones. Well,
So he was very good with me because when they were doing the Russia hoax, they said I did something with him on a phone call. And basically I congratulated him on his winning the presidency.
Right.
And said some other things which turned out to be perfect, better than perfect. If he sees any corruption, please report it to the Attorney General of the United States, which we have an agreement with the country. We have actually a signed contract with them, a very important one, that because Ukraine has always been known as very corrupt. I don't know if you know that. It has been a very corrupt country. I think the people are great, but it's been very corrupt. And I said, if you find any corruption in the country, you should report it immediately to the Attorney General. I did say that, and it was a very good thing to say. It turned out I was 100% right in saying it. So they made up a phone call, but fortunately, the phone was essentially taped. The call was essentially taped. What? I didn't know this, but a lot of times when you're talking foreign leaders, they have taped, or they have stenographers. And we had 2 professional, really great military stenographers. So every word. So when they said I did these things, I said, no, I didn't. And then I said, was that taped, or did they have the stenographers? The answer was yes. And they got all the way down the line to impeach me. They wanted to impeach me over this phone call.
This is the phone call that he got impeached for, that they tried to impeach him for. Right.
Phone call. And I knew.
Dude, I am so not in the politics brain. I feel like I as a person have so little impact on anything that actually happens. It's so soul crushing to even learn about this shit.
Knew that I had him, because I had the tape or the stenographers, everything perfect. Every word was said. And then they did the impeachment. And just before that, because I remember Nancy Pelosi was crazy, we can't impeach him. Look at what the phone call was. She saw the phone call.
Yeah.
And then they decided, well, let's do it anyway. Can you believe how bad these people are?
Horrible.
Let's do it anyway, because they had the phone call.
Yeah.
That's where Tim Scott, a great guy from a senator from South Carolina, he said, wait a minute, I've just read the phone call. That phone call was, he was the first one to speak up. Tim Scott of South Carolina. Then Republican senators spoke up. And they were great. I mean, there was great, of course, the only one was Mitt Romney, real stiff. And he couldn't get elected dog catcher right now. But and he actually voted, he actually only took a half a vote away, but everybody else voted for me, 100% unanimous with the Republicans. And it was fine. But what they did was they made up a call. And then when they found out that I had it essentially on tape, they looked really bad. And they had a decision to make. Do they pull it? And she said, no, we shouldn't be doing this, but let's go ahead with it anyway. I did nothing wrong. So you have to be careful. So let me just say about him. So when they called him and they asked him, did President Trump say anything that was inappropriate or wrong? He said, absolutely not. It was a very nice phone call. There was nothing unusual about it at all. And he could have grandstanded. He could have said, well, And he didn't say that. So I respect him. I think that I will be able to make a deal with him and Vladimir Putin very quickly.
That's great.
Even though it would have been a lot easier before this war started, and you wouldn't have 500,000 people, or maybe much more than that. I think.
Bro does not remember this game. He's like, he just wanted you to say a word. He just wanted you to say a word.
I think you're going to find that the number of people dead is far greater than what they're saying. That's a really nasty thing going on over there. But I think I will be able to get him and Putin together, and we'll get it ended. It would have never started if I were president.
We'll get me and Zelensky and Putin. We'll put us all in a Discord call. We'll play some Fall Guys together. Some Among Us. Maybe even have a game or two of Call of Duty. We'll squash it out in the Xbox Live lobby.
We had no chance of starting. I knew Putin very well, know him very well, and it was the apple of his eye. Ukraine was the apple of his eye. He did love it. He did want it, but he knew he couldn't do it. He would not. He knew he could not do it. He would have never done it if I was president. And now when you look at all of the death and all of the destruction, even of their culture, because those cities are wiped to the ground. Most of the cities.
Horrible.
Dude, bro yaps more than I do. This is crazy.
Outside of Kiev, most of those cities are wiped down to the ground. And it's so sad. And when those buildings come down, there are plenty of people in there. People think those buildings don't have people. They have a lot of people in those buildings that don't want to leave. And those buildings come down. They're big buildings, big, heavy buildings, and they come down. And the people are crushed. Instantly, they're crushed.
Horrible.
Missiles hit them.
I wanted to touch base real quick on the inflation thing. So, I know I saw you when you went to go speak in Nashville. Yeah. You talked about crypto. You said that crypto can help with that. You mentioned that's somewhat like gold. Do you think that, when you get back into office, you would still fully support crypto? And, I just saw...
Dude wants his crypto. He wants to do more crypto scams. Oh, my God. How is Trump able to glaze Putin through Zelensky? Dude, you don't understand. You don't understand.
The U.S. government, ever since you spoke about it, they're selling crypto. They're selling it. So what would you do if you were in office with crypto?
It's something they shouldn't be doing because they should be trying to build it. So if we don't do it, China's doing it, other places are doing it, and they're doing it anyway.
Yeah.
And it's a very modern currency. It's a very modern form. And I know a lot of very good people that are really into that world and into that market. They're smart. They're good people. And they think it's going to be very beneficial. And remember this, though, it's very important. It's like AI. Do you love it? Do you not like it? If we don't do it, China's going to do it, or other people are going to do it.
Yeah.
And we can't be left behind. And crypto is right in that sphere. And it is a form of currency. And again, China's already doing it. But if we...
Trump is a crypto bro, but not because he believes in crypto, just because he hates China. We are not the same. I support crypto because I think crypto is awesome. You support crypto because you hate China. We are not the same.
If you don't do it, they're going to do it. AI is something that's really at the top of the list.
Yeah.
And there are pros and cons to everything, but China is trying to do everything.
Yeah.
And we've got to beat them to the punch.
I would love to see you and Elon, get together and talk about AI together. I think it's really, really important because...
I don't think Trump knows anything about AI. Like, no offense, dude's old as shit, but guy has no opinions on AI. He just knows it's something to do with technology and it's advanced.
Elon with what he's doing, and then obviously you guys can really come together and maybe try to find some solutions for AI because it is getting out of hand. You see a bunch of fake stuff. It's really getting crazy.
It's one thing about AI that's interesting is, and who would believe this, to really be at the top of it and to dominate, because China is very much into the artificial intelligence, right?
Yeah.
Even the name is sort of a weird name because artificial intelligence sounds like it's not really a very good name when you think about it.
It's Because artificial intelligence is supposed to human intelligence. That's the whole point. It's not... Artificial doesn't mean bad intelligence. Oh, my God.
Artificial. It says like fake intelligence, right? But
exactly. It's supposed to human intelligence. Yeah, all right, dude.
Regardless. So you need massive amounts of electricity to be able to compete. Did you know that? Electricity.
Yeah.
And if you don't build twice the amount of electricity that the country currently has, now think of that number. You need more electricity than the country has for everything times 2. Now think. So nobody's going to be able to get that done but me. I'm the only one because you're going to have to build power plants at every plant. You're going to have a power...
I'm the only person that knows how to build. I know real estate. Joe Biden, what does he know about real estate? Nothing. He's old.
Power plant for every plant. It's all electricity based. It's amazing. You need massive amounts of electricity. In the meantime, they built 8 chargers in the Middle West for cars because we should...
Did he just call the Midwest the Middle West? I have never heard that before in my life. I have never heard anyone call the Midwest the Middle West.
Shouldn't have, obviously, all electric. You know, they have this electric car mandate, and they don't go far. They cost a lot. They're going to be made in China. And under Biden, he wants everybody to drive an electric car. No more gas-propelled cars, no more hybrids, no more anything. Think of it. How crazy. And you can drive a car.
Oh, so that's crazy. I say as I have my Tesla. Oh, that's insane.
From here to Los Angeles on a tank of gas. Same thing with trucks. They want trucks to go electric. They'd have to make 6 stops to get to Los Angeles. With diesel, they don't have to make any stops, and they have left over. And the truck gets lighter as you go. You know, one of the problems with that is the weight. The weight of the batteries is so heavy. It's 2.5 times heavier than a truck without, with diesel. And you would have to rebuild all of your bridges all throughout the country. And I asked the trucking industry supports me because of this. I mean, they probably like me, but they support me because of this, because they're not going to have an industry. I said, when you explain that you're going to have to rebuild all of your bridges in the country, when you explain that to the government officials that come and harass you, don't they say, oh, I see, well, then it doesn't work. Just that one thing, it doesn't work. When you explain to them that you have to stop 6 times for 4 hours a stop, and you talk about a supply chain problem, right? But I said, when you explain that to people, just tell me, do they say, oh, then we can't really do it? Because, it makes sense. We can't do it. Of course, yeah. It's all right.
I'm not going to lie. Like, we make fun of Mr. Fascism over here, Adin. But Adin actually does ask questions that prompts Trump to actually answer questions with opinions. Instead of all these other interviews with people just tiptoeing around each other, I feel like you can actually kind of understand his opinions on certain things through this interview. Like, we give shit to Adin, and I give shit to Adin a lot. I had like a whole segment on our podcast, the Adin Ross clip of the week, where I showed a stupid Adin Ross clip. Like, the media doesn't tell you politicians' stances on anything. Only the idiocy of politicians.
Have a child go into a meeting, and within 1 minute or 2 minutes, they would convince you that it doesn't work. Maybe sometime, but I think it's essentially never going to work. In my opinion, it'll never work.
Don't give him too much credit. You just have to glaze Trump to get his opinion. Well, to be honest, I made fun of him for glazing Trump, but I could also recognize this. Like, Adin Ross is doing a better job than any mainstream media interview I've seen. With all the glazing. It's hard to hear Adin sometimes because of Trump's dick that's in his throat. But when I could hear him, he's actually asking questions that prompts actual answers.
Because you're always going to have a weight problem. You're always going to have, it's never going to be the same kind of a thing where you can drive for 2 days without stopping. It's just not going to happen that way. And I said, what do they say when you go in and explain this? They don't care. They say, we don't care. We want you to go electric. And one gentleman, the biggest guy in the business, he said to me, all my life I've been buying trucks. For 50 years I've been buying trucks. And every year they got better, bigger, stronger, more beautiful. Every year for 50 years they became more efficient, more fuel efficient, better pollution control, everything. And if they make us do that, we'll go back 50 years, more than that. He said a truck 50 years ago would have been better than what they're making us use right now. And I say, when you...
I feel like it's wild that he doesn't talk about, the actual environment and stuff. Like, I think that the real question would be is, does it impact the environment enough to make this change? Like, that should be the question, right? Not just talking about the negatives of electric cars. Talk about the positives, too, and why you don't, I don't know. But again, what do you expect? Do you expect to get a real, fair, honest discussion from a politician? I don't.
Explain that. Do they do anything? They sit there, they look, and they say, we don't care. That's our mandate. You have to go all electric. These people are going to destroy our country. We can't let them do it.
Horrible. Mr. President, I know you're...
Horrible.
You're very busy. It's already 2:15. How much time would you say we have? Because I do want to give you this last gift.
Well, let's go do the last gift.
Let's go do it. Let's go do it.
So he knows he's not getting through these other people. He is not getting through the other 40 seconds of this video.
Far, I like the gift you gave me.
Yeah, well, you're like this other one too. Hold on 1 second here. Whoops. I actually closed that out. Let me go full screen real quick. You go full screen on the OBS, and then you should have the live view or the iron.
All right.
You kill it. You kill it.
The second gift.
I don't know.
So the next gift is outside.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
This is so fucking surreal. This is a fucking kick streamer that promoted crypto scams that doesn't know what fascism is. Like, with the former president of the United States of America and front-running presidential candidate. Like, what fucking timeline are we on? How powerful did the internet become?
Thank you very much.
Since day one.
Really, day one. I love her.
It's like, when I see this angle change with the other camera, it just reminds me, this is a real thing that actually happened. Like, this is a real-ass thing that really happened.
She's your biggest fan.
She's doing good. She's
Please,
a young woman.
please get a picture with her. She's
Yes. Can I do that?
Yeah, of course.
Can I take? Come on,
Somebody
let's
take a picture.
I'll take it. I got you guys.
You stay right there. We're gonna take a good one.
I'll take a great one.
Bro, this is why he needed to collab with the 20-year-olds.
I got some good ones.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
Right?
yeah, she does.
Huh? I'll bet she does.
She's
probably tougher than I am. Have a good time, everybody. See you.
That's kind of cute.
Yeah. So what's your good side? What do you like walking on? What side do you like walking on?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you look good
What's your good side? Bro, one of his ears was just shot off.
on both sides. Yeah, it doesn't really matter at all. X, come on outside with this truck. Come on.
XQC's just here. This is crazy, the XQC jump scare.
Yeah.
This will be interesting.
What is he wearing? They're all wearing suits and he's wearing this?
Oh, do you like my buddy Felix's shirt?
What the fuck is going on? Everyone's wearing suits and he's just wearing this. Oh my god. Classic Canadian, am I right? Like, dude, this is just a fucking Canadian.
I love that.
Felix, by the way, Mr. Trump.
That's fantastic.
Felix, this is Trump.
Wow.
Yeah, I got the grills on.
I like that. Hey, I know. That's what I noticed. I noticed the grill. Nice to see you. Thank you. Congratulations.
All right, well.
Congratulations. Why did he just congratulate him? Did he just congratulate XQC on meeting himself? That's awesome. Dude, I have to do that. I have to start congratulating people for meeting me. Holy crap. How is this real life?
You could already see the gift.
Yeah, I can. Wow.
You can't miss it.
That's an Elon.
It is an Elon.
Wow.
Shout out
Did he buy him a Tesla? Did he actually get him a Tesla? He just went on a whole speech about how he hates electric cars and he bought him a Tesla?
to Mr.
That's
Musk.
beautiful. Hey, that is beautiful.
Am I going to close the door really quick? Just I want to show him the wrap.
Dude, XQC is so fucking out of place, it's amazing. Like, this is the year... What the hell?
Check out this wrap and let me know your honest thoughts.
Cybertruck with the paint of the... Oh my god. Holy shit.
I think it's incredible. I think it's incredible.
Was it fun?
Yeah, you don't say.
So you know what they did?
This is politics, ladies and gentlemen.
AI. What Google did is they took, or they let it happen. See the Secret Service agents?
Yeah.
They're angry in there. They put smiles on their face.
Right.
You heard?
Why is he saying right? You have no idea what he's talking about. Right.
Yeah, no.
That's just terrible.
Yeah, I know.
Like, yeah, it's terrible, I know.
But that's how easy.
What is he saying? Is that a real thing? Is that a legit thing that they put smiles on their faces?
It is really
It's a little bit scary.
Yeah, it is. It's very scary. We need like a system where we can quickly fact check things and see if it's real and authentic.
Yeah. And right now they don't have that.
No, they don't.
That's the problem.
That's why we should replace Google with Adin Ross's Kick stream. Just every time anyone wants to go to Google, it just immediately takes you to Adin Ross on Kick.
So I know we're not going to drive anywhere, but I was wondering if you wanted to like listen to like a song
Let's go.
here.
Let's go.
All right, cool. This is how you open it up.
It is incredible.
Yeah, it is.
He got him a fucking Tesla. This is crazy. What's going on?
I'll get on the other side.
Different kind of a guy.
Oh my god, this is insane. This is chilling with the boys. Dude, Adin actually knows how to make fucking good content. That's what's so insane.
Okay, Adin, talk.
Knowing the Cybertruck's history, this is an assassination attempt. That's the best comment I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god, that's a banger.
Good? We back? We good? Oh, we're good. All right. Now this is cool.
I see every pore in Trump's face, and it's scaring me.
It's very good.
I've never even seen you in a car before.
Not too many. that's good. Look at the playlist, huh?
This is your playlist.
That's a good, yeah.
Your team picked out.
He made a playlist for Trump.
Yeah.
You want to pick a song? Let's test out this
so
sound
let's try it. And you know, some of the artists
It's gonna get copyrighted.
I like better than others.
Dude, fucking Disney. It starts playing a Disney song, and Disney just takes down Trump's stream.
But I like the other song better, so I'd always come.
Who's like your top 3 artists?
Well, we love Frank Sinatra, right?
Of course.
And,
Of course.
You know, there's a couple that I really like, but I don't like the people, so I don't want to really mention their name. But look at this list as an example. So it's such a great list. Aren't the Beatles always good?
Come on.
What a great list. The best list that's ever been done.
They're the best.
Rolling Stones are always good.
Choose one. Let's
look at that.
You,
So
you
let's
go
do-
choose what you like to choose. You swipe like this.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic.
You swipe like this.
Huh? How about, and we like the Beach Boys. We always like the Beach Boys.
We do like the Beach
Who
Boys.
doesn't like the Beach Boys? How about if we did the following? How about thinking that it's going to come back under proper management? How about California
Play Many Men. Many Men.
Dream?
Let's do it.
Good.
Let's test this thing out. All right. All right, Elon. Let's see how good the system is. I want to say one thing. This is by far the best.
They cut it for the YouTube upload because it's copyrighted. Oh my god, that's amazing. They were this close to playing Not Like Us from Kendrick Lamar, but they cut it out. Oh well.
Slash I've ever done. I want to say thank you.
Well,
Did you just call him Donald?
To this, I want to say one thing. This is by far the best live stream I've ever done. I want to say
Oh,
thank
best live stream ever done. Okay.
you.
well,
This is how you teach your grandpa how to use Spotify.
And I do want to say I do want to do a little victory dance with you.
What?
I want to step out the car, blast the music, and dance because I just had the best stream ever. You were right. You called it right before. What did you? You called me in the room and you said, "Watch, we're gonna have the most hits ever."
I
Watch.
think you will. And do you know what the hits are yet? Do you know? Have
No.
you been able to tell?
I want to.
When will you know?
We crashed multiple times.
I think you'll crash. Yeah.
I think we're gonna see it. I'm gonna get all the analytics, the real live view count, everything.
Well, you'll let me know. But
Like, not gonna lie, actual historic moment on the internet. Aiden Ross and Donald Trump.
I think you'll have the biggest show. You know, Nelk had by far their biggest show.
I know. And that was. I hated it when YouTube took them down.
So they had 7.5 million
That was wild. That was fucking crazy. I remember when that happened too.
hits
I hate censorship in general. I don't think anyone should get taken down for stuff like that.
in like an hour, and then they were taken down. And I told them they'd be taken down.
And they still left it up.
They were
Right.
great. No, they left. But I said YouTube or whoever it was took them down.
Right.
And I said that would happen. And I said, so let me ask you, if that happens, are you going to fold? They said, nope. And they never did. But they were taken down. But they had 7.5 million in a very short period.
Wow, that's crazy. I just seen somebody said with all the pages, all the people live rewatching us,
Right.
we hit over 1 million. We hit over 1 million live, which is amazing.
You're going to have a lot.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I hope you're going to break your record by a lot. And I think you will, for whatever reason. I mean, I won't get into that. But for whatever reason,
Yeah. This guy just said vote for Trump. He told his audience vote for Trump. And he wants it to be his biggest show. For whatever reason, not gonna get into specifics why he wants it to be his biggest show, but he does.
people seem to like watching. I will say it's an honor to be with you, too.
Thank you.
You're a young guy that's got an amazing... Maybe someday you'll run for
Dude,
president.
who won the glaze off? Like, if this was a glaze off, who would have won?
I don't know about that. I'll leave it to Baron maybe one day.
Barrett.
But I would love to help Baron, when it comes to, we need you back in office, man. Let's hit this dance.
How about this song by Elvis?
Elvis? Yo, Don't a great song.
Right? You know what Don't was?
What?
He had the greatest songs of people that left him.
I think Kamala Harris is in here. You want to say anything to her?
Sure.
I'm kidding. She's not really in here.
I don't mind. I'll
You'll still let it go?
Everybody have to.
Let it fly.
He just tried to troll the president and then instantly backtracked. He wanted to troll the former president of the United States. He's like, oh, Kamala Harris is in here. And then he realized what the fuck he was doing. He's like, no, it's just a joke. I thought
He's got to save the country, but it's not going to happen. They're not going to be able to do it. They're not going to be able to come close. That's great. Great to be with you.
It's great. I just want to,
What's a good one?
the YMCA, man.
YMCA is the best.
That's the best one. The outro out,
The best song of all time. Best song to ever be sang.
Right here.
No, I think, is it this one?
What the fuck? This is insane.
I'll tell you about TikTok. Trump is going to keep TikTok going.
This is the craziest. This is not reality. This is not reality!
Biden Paris, they have no idea what it means. And all it's going to do is be good for China the other way. It's no good. We're going to keep...
Dude, I love how he moves his hands. What is going
We're going
on?
to save TikTok. They want to destroy TikTok. So all the
We want to save TikTok. They want to destroy TikTok. He has no idea what he's saying.
people on TikTok vote for Trump.
Vote for Trump. An amazing stream.
What?
W's in the chat.
Thank you, man.
Any last words? Live stream and stream.
I just want to make sure you break your record. If you don't break your record, just break it.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, those last words were pretty awesome. No, but dude, this, one more time. I have to see that fucking dance one more time. What is even going on? We're living in a simulation. Stay weird, fam. If you made it to the end, click one of these 2 videos, which also will definitely get me canceled. See you live on Kick. Stay weird, fam.